Okay, should be live here in just a bit. Okay, just slapped that live button, so we should be live. I'd imagine we're live right about now. I'd say so. So, hello guys, this is What About Nintendo. Yeah, we're live. Stop playing the stream back. Today we're here for the very first coffee talk where I do about 20-30 minutes. Oh my gosh, my voice just about died there. 20-30 minutes, we talk about the latest Nintendo news with you guys, all while drinking some delicious coffee. So grab your coffee cups, grab your thunker brain, your news talker about her brain, and let's get right into it. But hello, Eroshan. How are you doing today? I see first. That's what you said in the chat. First. Why is my voice so dead all of a sudden? It was fine before. I don't know. But I guess let's just get right on into it. So first off, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff today. A lot of stuff. As you can see in the title. Oh my gosh, so many different ways my stream is playing in my end. Stop it. We're going to be talking about a multiple screen patent from Nintendo. We're going to be talking about Dreamcast, Virtual Console. We're going to be talking about a whole ton of stuff. But first off, let me know if the music's too loud. Let me know if the music's too quiet. Let me know how everything's good. You're doing good, Eroshan? Nice. Hey, Vegeta-san. Konnichiwa. Aloha. Both of those are not the English language. How are you guys doing today? Thank you for stopping by this stream. We're going to talk about some amazing Nintendo news. So why not? Let's just get into it. I guess we'll just start off. I didn't really have an order for things. This is the first time I've done it. I'm not really that organized quite yet. There were some things I was like, oh yeah, I probably should do that, but I had to do it all last second. So first I'm going to be talking about that Splatoon 2, and it's coming with a new gun. Hold on, need to be over here. There we go. It's coming. It got a new gun last weekend. Over the weekend, it got a new gun called the Tri-Slosher. How do you even pronounce that? Navu. That's how it is. And it's available now. You can go purchase it if you have Splatoon 2. It comes with Splat Bombs and a sub as the sub and the Ink Storm Special. That's how it comes with. So overall, if you like the Tri-Slosher, you should go try this out. Why not? Hey guys, having a nice little interactions in the chat. Always gotta love it. But yeah, I thought, as far as the Tri-Slosher goes, like when I play Splatoon, I've used it before. It's great. Like, it's, as far as like sloshers go, it's fine. But I'm not a big slosher user, but I might check it out. But I've known some people, dude, fighting sloshers is my weakness. I can't fight them. I just die all the time. It's just like instant dead. It's just bam, you're dead. You're dead, son. That's how it is. So, overall, you know, they're just I'm surprised they're still doing the free updates. Like, it's almost, well, I guess it hasn't been a year yet quite with Splatoon 2. I always forget when that game came out. But it feels like it's been longer than a year somehow. It feels like that. It feels like they just keep getting more and more updates. Like, the game is so much beefier than it was. Like, I feel like it's almost even more so than Splatoon 1. It's pretty crazy. Let's move on to the next thing. We can move on to the next thing. That's not a very big. I thought I'd just mention it because it happened over the weekend. So, there we go. We'll just, boop. See, I have awesome editing skills. Live editing skills. Amazing. Look at that. It's black magic, guys. And then I got another thing here. And apparently, Dark Souls Remastered isn't going to include any additional content. So we're going to just pop up, boom, Dark Souls Remastered, because we can. So apparently Dark Souls Remastered, whether it's the PS4, the Xbox One, the PC, or the Switch version, isn't really going to include any really significant additional content. Apparently there's a few tweaks to gameplay mechanics, a couple of different asset changes here and there, some oddly enough in the multiplayer aspect as well. So here, I'll read it out to you. So there's a few tweaks to the gameplay mechanics, including the fact that multiple consumables can now be used by players all at once, and that there's a new fireplace next to Vamos the blacksmith. There are also reports that that's pretty much all that's changed in the remaster. Initially, the team planned to overhaul the entire game, adding new content, features, and just completely reinventing the way the graphics look and stuff like that, but later decided to leave the game's content as it is and just do a, you know, a bit more basic remaster. Would we see a Splatoon 3? That is a good question. Oh, also, Irish John, sorry I missed your comment. I'm supposed to be in school, but it's very snowy, so you missed it. Oh, nice. Always gotta love the snow. Always gotta love them snow days, which I got like 1 or 2 of those my entire time at school, because it never snows in Houston. But would we see a Splatoon 3? Probably not till like the Switch 2, you know? Like, if they ever redo the, you know, the actual base unit of it, like the handheld part, I think they will. We'll see a Splatoon 2 then. But as far as till then, I don't think we're going to see one till Splatoon 2 is at least like 3 or 4 years old. But yeah, I'm interested, like, usually when you get a remaster, you get some, like, new content stuff. But this remaster seems pretty basic to me. Like, the Switch version, even like the PS4 and Xbox One versions, it's just... there's not that much of a difference. The textures all are pretty much the same. Lighting engine's pretty much the same. Apparently, the PS4 and Xbox One have a better lighting engine than the Switch does. Better. Some people don't really like it at all. I haven't really seen much of it, so I can't say for sure. But as far as I'm concerned, like, it's mostly resolution and frame rate that's better. So it seems like it's not really, you know, this is definitely not like a Final Fantasy VII remake or anything, even though that game feels like it's never going to come out. So maybe it's a good thing this isn't a Final Fantasy VII remake. But apparently there's not going to be that much significant additional content, and it's mostly just going to be, you know, just resolution and frame rate and stuff like that, which is fine. I mean, the game ran pretty much like crap before, so it's always good to get more frames in there. But let's move on to something that's a little more, you know, interesting and curious and has my mind spinning a little bit of the possibilities. But that is, Nintendo has released patents for portable screens that can communicate and interact with each other. So I'll show you the patents here. So we got the first patent here. It's got a banana on this screen. So there's 3 screens, and as you can see, they're actually swiping across the screens, but it like knows that you're, you know, it doesn't like stop and start again. It's like it flows like it's all one screen. So there's 3 screens here, but it acts like one touch screen. And there's different things you can do with that too. Like in this patent, this patent, you can actually tilt the screens and get like momentum and stuff to, like, you know, hit this bowling ball. So it has, obviously these screens have, you know, tilt controls, they have motion controls, gyro sensors, different things in them, and they're all touch screens. So, and here's the last, there it is, the last one. You can see they're moving across 2 screens, but it's staying connected. So, hold on, there it goes. So this is very interesting to me. I'm just like, what is this? I'm imagining that this is actually Switch screens, and you can put Switch screens together and do cool stuff. I'm gonna drink my little bit more coffee before it gets cold. And I'm just like, what would you use this for? Obviously, they give the example of using it for bowling, but I'm just not sure how this would work. I feel like this might be a bit tedious, just to like have to get a bunch of different screens together and put them together and do things. Like, it might be cool for a bit, but I feel like this isn't something that's going to be like, oh, revolutionizing the industry and how we play video games. But what are you guys thinking? There should be a chat on the Switch where you can talk to friends. That is very true. There should be. Hey, Rushawn Snow Fight. Nice, guys. Oh, them cute little snowman peach emojis. I can't even speak. It's too early in the morning for me, guys, to speak. It's just, it doesn't happen. You heard about Discord, but you never tried it? Dude, Discord is my jam. Even though I'm not too, actually, I'm not too big on social media in general, because I'm a super introverted person, but if any social media, Discord is my favorite one. If it even counts as social, I guess it's social, and it's media, so I guess it counts as social media. Yeah, man. But anyways, this is just interesting to me. Like, I don't really understand what they can do with this. This is kind of one of those, like, crazy out there, like, almost like Nintendo Labo ideas, except not as, you know, understandable as Nintendo Labo. You can kind of, when you see that, you can see, oh, that's cool. Oh, I can see how that's used. Oh. But this is, like, one of those ideas that's likely an idea within an idea. Like, if you saw a tiny snippet of cardboard, you know, you just saw like one cardboard piece of a Labo. That's kind of what this is. Like, you were like, oh, what is this? This is just one piece of cardboard. I imagine this is like one piece of the puzzle. And there's like other things that go along with this that make this make sense. Or it might just not be anything at all. It might just end up just not coming out. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of patents that just never exist. They patent it. They're like, oh, this might be cool in the future, and then nothing comes of it. So you never know. You never know. Yeah, Discord's a great way to keep up with all my channel stuff. Did Nintendo Labo come out? It either came out or it's about to come out. Something like that. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. Like, I think there could be some cool stuff to do it. Like this bowling game. That could be fun. That could be fun. But yeah, again, as I said, I think this is a piece of a puzzle. This is like a patent within a patent. I think there are other patents that are supposed to go along with this one that we haven't seen yet. And that's how that's gonna work. You guys can't see, but I'm moving my mouse around the pictures. I guess I'll show you one last time. You can see the bananas. You can see the fingers. And the bowling balls. So, there you go. So the next piece of news we got here is that in Japan, the original Valkyria Chronicles is coming to the Nintendo Switch this fall. It's coming to the eShop. It doesn't look like there's going to be a physical edition. It looks like it's going to be an eShop only game. But it includes all of the game's DLC for free. But that's coming to Japan this fall. Now, we don't know if it's coming to America quite yet. We don't know if that's going to get localized. Obviously, it's not going to be localized this fall. But it's coming to Japan this fall. So, if you know a bit of Japanese, or maybe they'll have an English translation in the Japanese version, or maybe it's... I'm not really sure exactly how this game works, so maybe it's one of those games where you don't really need to know English, but looking at it, it looks like it's kind of that anime style. Kind of looks like it's got like a good, like a deep story. So it looks like something you might want to, actually watch in English. But maybe it has English subtitles. Who knows? I don't know. So maybe you can just download that off the Japanese eShop. But I'm curious about this series because I've heard so much good things about Valkyria Chronicles, but I've never actually played it. So I hope either there's like English subtitles or like it gets an American, US or European release. That way I can play it in English. How much will Labo be? Is that what you mean? I think it's $70 for the variety kit and $80 for the robot. Don't quote me on that because I'm not exactly sure, but that's around the ballpark of how much it costs. But yeah, I've heard so many good things about Valkyria Chronicles. I don't really know much about the game, so if it gets, if it has English subtitles, or if it gets an American release, I'll probably check it out, assuming I'm not flat broke. Let's move on to the next bit of news here. And that is, if we can pop it up, wha-bam! Dragon Quest. Square Enix reveals that Dragon Quest 11 on the Nintendo Switch is, in fact, based on the PS4 version. It's not based on the frickin' 3DS version. No, duh. Who thought it was gonna be the 3DS version? Who thought that? Who was it? I'm gonna smack you in the face. Honestly, this looks like Breath of the Wild if Breath of the Wild was made up for the ground up for the Switch. Like, in my opinion, like, you can look at the grass and the trees, like, the art style isn't exactly the same, obviously. When I think about graphical, like, fidelity, I'm thinking, like, the next 3D Zelda game might look very similar to this in graphical fidelity. This game looks very Breath of the Wild to me. Dragon Quest! Yeah, dude, I really hope this comes to the Nintendo Switch, like, sooner rather than later. I might have to get it on the PS4, but I want to get it on the Switch. But yeah. Mario Fortnite is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This looks just like Breath of the Wild. Yeah, it does. It looks very Breath of the Wild-y, which I love, because this is like Breath of the Wild if it was made, like I said, if it was made ground up for the Switch, because the Breath of the Wild that we have, that was made for the Wii U. It looks fine. Like, it's a good-looking game, especially on the Switch, but it's not, to this level of graphical fidelity, which I think the Switch could run if it was built from the ground up. So I think the next Zelda game is going to end up looking more like this. So that gets me hyped. But let's just pull that down. So I think it's kind of obvious, like, this is going to be the PS4 version. I mean, like who exactly was debating this? I'm not sure. Like, who thought it was going to be the 3DS version? I don't know. But apparently, the company said that the Nintendo Switch version is still a long way off, and they didn't want to have to make PlayStation 4 and PC owners have to wait while they got grips with the Switch version. Yeah, but they did confirm that the Nintendo Switch version is based on the PS4 version of the game rather than the 3DS version, which was scrapped for the West. We're not getting the 3DS version. I don't know. This just seems like laziness on Square Enix part. Like, they've known that they were making this for the Switch for how long? And they, still not ready. And they've had the 3DS version. It's not like they didn't have 3DS dev kits. The 3DS has been out for a bajillion years. Like, why can't you localize that? Why can't it come to the West? Why? Why is this a thing? I mean, it's such a different experience than the PS4, Switch, and PC version that it'd be, nice for people who are big fans of the series to get something different. Maybe that if you're a fan of the old school series, maybe you can play it in that, 8-bit style, kind of top-down view, which I thought was really unique that they're having both versions like that, and they're just not bringing it to the West. It's a shame, honestly. Graphics quality, exactly, so it makes me hyped, actually, for the next Zelda game, because, like, I know it's gonna... I imagine they'll reuse the Breath of the Wild engine, but I think they'll make a lot of graphical improvements that will make it look a lot closer to, like, Dragon Quest XI, rather than the original Breath of the Wild, so... I got a coconut coffee in this. It's like coconut with pecan, and it's amazing. Like, you guys... It's amazing. I never used the Keurig pods, this is coffee talk, so let's talk about coffee for just a second. I never use the Keurig pods because they're freaking expensive as hell, and they're just not as good. Like, if you just go, to H-E-B in Kroger and stuff, you can just get, actual coffee grounds and just use them. It's so much better. And I guess I should ask, do you guys even drink coffee? Am I the only one who drinks coffee? I might be. I might be the only one who drinks coffee here among us, but maybe. Yeah, coconut, man. It actually has real coconut shavings. Like, in the grounds, there's real coconut. It isn't coconut flavoring. It's like a legit coconut inside. It's amazing. But enough talking about coffee, even though this is coffee talk. Let's talk about the second to last news talk we have here in Platonic Games. The ex-Rare devs who made Yooka-Laylee, they're saying that they're talking about making extra content for Yooka-Laylee and some other stuff. So let's pull up that Yooka-Laylee picture. Let's pull up that beautiful Yooka-Laylee picture. This game was gonna be amazing, and then something happened. I'm not even sure, guys. What happened to this game? It was gonna be absolutely amazing, and then no. You drink coffee at 5 a.m.? Holy crap. Sorry, 12 p.m. for you. Yeah, right now it's 18 p.m. for me. You don't because you're a kid? You gotta grow up. You gotta drink that coffee. It's delicious. It's so good. It's so good. But yeah, Yooka-Laylee, the promises, they were there. They did not deliver all the way. I still need to try the game on the Switch. I still don't have the money to buy it because I know there are other games that are better quality that I want to buy, but I think it's still good. I think it could be a good game. I think it could be fun. I think it could be dope. But I think if they had a bigger budget, like they're kind of their indie dev version now, which is like, the indie version of Rare instead of the full version of Rare, I think the game might have been better. But apparently Platonic says we've been a bit quiet for a while, but we promise it's because we're far too busy working on covert goodness and not because we've been down to the pub for 4 months. Soon we'll start talking more actively both about our extra content from Yooka-Laylee and other stuff. So I'm actually kind of hyped because I didn't think Yooka-Laylee, from what I've seen, is that bad. I've heard the Switch version has actually gotten decent reviews because they fixed a lot of stuff. So I think now that Rare, Rare used to have a much bigger team. They weren't indie devs. They weren't Platonic Games. They have the talent. They know what they're doing. They just need to kind of, learn how to work in the modern era a little bit here. I think with practice, they could make a lot better games. I don't think Yooka-Laylee was this horrible, absolute trash game. I think they have talent, and I think it was charming. But I think they need to learn how to work. From what I hear, they need to learn how to work in the modern era. And I think these guys are capable. These guys are just master developers. Back in the day, they made all these amazing games. Banjo and Kazooie, one of the best games of all time, in my opinion. It's up there, top 10 favorite games of all time for me. So these are just masterclass developers from Rare. And they just need to get, learn a little bit how the modern era works, and I think their next project could be really good. But this extra content for Yooka-Laylee also has potential to be really good, because I think I mean, the reviews for the Switch were pretty much they learned from their mistakes. They fixed a bunch of stuff as much as they could, you know, without remaking the entire game. They did all this stuff. They kind of figured out their way. They kind of figured out how modern gaming, kind of like what people like, what people dislike with Yooka-Laylee. So I think this new content could be a lot better than the base content for Yooka-Laylee, and I think their next game could be really good. Have any of you guys played Yooka-Laylee? Any of you guys in the chat, any of you played Yooka-Laylee? Because I have not. I've seen a lot of stuff on it. I've listened to a lot of discussions, and like it doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look amazing. Nope, you haven't. Yeah, I didn't expect a lot of people to be here live just because it's like super early. A lot of people at school, but I mean, we got 3 viewers right now. That's not bad. So thank you guys for being here, Erishon, Vegeta-san. Thank you guys. But I imagine more people will play it on the replay, which is why I'm trying to keep it kind of concise and quick here. So I'll move on to the next topic, so people don't have to, you know, people who are watching this back don't have to listen to all the fluff. This is one of the ones that people are just super hyped for. This is going to be the final topic. I saved the best for last, and that is that Sega Ages could expand to Saturn and Dreamcast games following the initial wave of content. So we could be getting that Dreamcast and Saturn virtual console. So the Sega Ages senior producer has revealed that the team is thinking about what is next for the compilation title. Excuse me. He said that there's a possibility that after the initial wave of games, they could expand and include Sega Saturn titles and Sega Dreamcast games. And I quote, "I think the title lineup may be expanded to the Sega Saturn and Dreamcast." So in a recent interview from Reset Era member Double, they report, excuse me, I can't talk early in the morning, the following information that said they decided after doing the last 3 classic waves, it'd be a waste just to leave it there. Alex Kidd was chosen because how popular he was in the virtual console in Europe. It's likely they'll continue to use data like that for deciding future releases. Gain Ground won't be the only arcade release, there will be more. 15 titles is the start. Depending on how well it goes, they will do more. There will be Saturn and Dreamcast titles in the future as well, if it goes well beyond the first 15 games. Raiko Kodama is a producer on the new Sega Ages project. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know if any of you guys have played the Sega Dreamcast. Well, I guess I can figure it out in the chat. Your friend played it? Nice. Your friend played Yooka-Laylee, I'm assuming you mean? Sega! Yeah! Actually, oh, I forgot to pull up my, I have a Dreamcast picture. Whoop bam! Dreamcast, boys! I've actually never played a Dreamcast. I didn't even know, like, back when Sega consoles actually existed, I didn't know they existed. Like, I had no clue. I was just like, Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, that's the only companies. But Sega was over there like, I exist too, play me! Sonic is better than Mario, ah! Even though he wasn't. He was good. Sonic's great, but better than Mario? Pfft, no. You watched the video by Lil Will the Deity? Yeah, I actually watched that as well. Great video. You guys should check it out if you haven't seen it. Obviously, Erishon, you have seen it. But Sega Dreamcast Sonic Crazy Taxi, that skating game. Yeah. I've heard good things about Crazy Taxi, but I think this is just cool because, like, I mean, this is a straight up, like, virtual console. Like, Nintendo, get on this. Start doing this. Why is there not a... Oof, I spilled a little bit of coffee. It's fine. It won't break anything. It's just a couple drops. Why is there no Nintendo Ages? What is this? Where's the Nintendo Ages? Where are my NES games? Where are my SNES games? Where are my N64 games? Where's my GameCube Virtual Console, Nintendo? Where you be? Where you be with that GameCube Virtual Console? Wii Virtual Console, that's possible now. You can do that. Actually, I think Wii U even had a Wii Virtual Console. You know, we practically got Wii U Virtual Console with all these amazing re-releases of Wii U games, except, you know, they're upscale and they have more content and stuff, but I mean, I think we're getting it. I think we're getting it pretty soon. I think we're going to start getting... GameCube Virtual Console is already a thing, funnily enough, on the NVIDIA Shield. Like, it exists. And GameCube and Wii games being upscaled to 1080p. So I think what Nintendo is doing... And that's the same hardware, guys. It's pretty much the exact same hardware. I think the Switch has some stuff that's better. The Shield has some stuff that's better. But overall, the Switch is actually more powerful than the Shield in many ways. So... you got the NVIDIA Shield who is running these 1080p upscaled GameCube and Wii games. I think that's a test for the Switch. I think that's a test to see, you know, how the Switch will run it. All this experimentation and stuff, kind of seeing how the general public reacts to it. So I think, even though they're doing it in China, which is such a weird, bizarre thing to do, I don't know. I think they're working on their own emulator that emulates games. We're going to be seeing N64 games in 1080p. We're going to be seeing them GameCube games in 1080p. We're going to be seeing them Wii games emulated in 1080p. And we're going to be seeing, you know, Virtual Console that when you buy a Virtual Console game, you don't have to play in 4:3. You don't have to play in that 480p. You can play in that crisp 1080p. It's gonna be like the Dolphin emulator. Upscales, maybe get some better lighting effects in there, because they have like the different ways you can do lighting that you don't actually have to like reinvent the lighting engine. You just pretty much just do it the certain, you process it a certain way and it looks a lot better. Like the Dolphin emulator has all these options built in. So like that would be amazing. But obviously this is not about Nintendo Virtual Console. It's about Sega Virtual Console-ish. So I would definitely try some of these games. I mean, apparently they're just some really, really good Sega games. I missed out on them. I've never owned these classic consoles, so I'll probably try to check them out, you know. But, you know, it's hard because so many games, not a lot of money. That's just me in a nutshell. So many games, not enough money. Dreamcast was awesome. Mario for the win. Yeah, Mario for the win, but it's also that Sega, though. Also that Sonic, though. It'd be nice to have the Wii U Smash on the Switch for the Switch version arrives. Well, some people think the Wii U Smash is the Switch Smash. I don't agree. I think it's going to be Smash 5. Obviously, I think it's going to pull content from older games because, you know, every Smash does that. You know, every Smash in existence other than the original because, you know, it's the original game. You can't pull from older games. But, yeah. I mean, Melee did that. Brawl did that. Wii U and 3DS did that. I don't know why people were like, oh no! The Switch version is gonna pull content from the Wii U! Ah! It's like, oh yeah, and Melee and Brawl and the Wii U version all did the same. They did the same thing. It's just funny to see people who just like obviously don't know what they're talking about or just like aren't thinking about things, and it's just like they just spout nonsense. And it's just like, what's wrong with you? You had a Sega Genesis back then? Nice. Well, anyways, guys, just to keep this brief so that the, you know, when people go watch this not live, they're not waiting through a bajillion piles of filler. I think that was a good first coffee talk. If you guys liked it, let me know what you think in the comments. If you're watching this, you know, after the fact, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button if you enjoyed this and you're not subscribed, because I post videos Monday through Saturday, live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Coffee Talk Monday through Friday. Great first episode to kick it off. Thank you, Air-Sean, Vegeta-san, for being here live. You liked the stream. Thank you so much, Vegeta-san. But great couple of topics today, from Dreamcast to Dragon Quest, the Dark Souls, the ukulele, to Splatoon, and to crazy patents. Like, it was just great. So thank you guys all for being here, and I'll see all you guys later on What About Nintendo. Bye!